The people's creator, the beat slayer. He's the one and only. Why? I could have took the traditional route. I could have built my platform just to give it off to a major label and then let them do whatever they're gonna do with it. But I choose to be different. And I'm gonna show you exactly how I use direct-to-consumer to my advantage. Going direct-to-consumer allows me to have a hands-on process of how everything goes and works. What do I mean by that exactly? I mean the fact that I can price it how I want to, drop it whenever I want to, have it go to certain places if I want to. Everything goes up under me. I genuinely get to decide how my fans experience it. For artists, I believe this is the best way to sustain ourselves as creatives in this day and age. It allows me to build a direct line between me and the people who value my art. Let me explain. Streaming royalties only give you a very small percentage. That percentage, I actually gotta look at my notes real quick. A stream usually pays about 0.003 to 0.008 cents across all major platforms. That's your average. And on top of that, you only get paid pretty much quarterly. So that's 3 to 4 times per year based off of whatever you dropped your song and what you got going on. That don't sound crazy to you? Now, let's compare that to direct-to-consumer. You might be asking, what exactly is direct-to-consumer? So you remember back in the day when they were outside hustling, out right there by the side of their trunks, selling out CDs and such? It's basically that. Direct-to-consumer is just our way to sell our stuff physically or digitally, right, to a person that can now own said music. So, for example, you can go and buy Wasted Time right now, right? Shameless plug or whatever. And you can get the MP3 right now just by buying that, right? So what does that give you? A tangible asset that you could then do whatever you want with. Put it on a CD, you could put it on a USB, listen to it whenever, or you could just listen to it straight from the service or the platform. So it just gives you more flexibility. You don't need a subscription to anything. You don't have to have a recurring payment. It's just a one-time thing and you own it. Why would you not want that? You know, like, come on now, let's talk about it. And the great thing about that is that money comes directly to me, right? As the artist. Keep in mind, I made more money from that one purchase than from what I made from countless streams. You see what I'm saying? Come on, bro. And the best part about it is, depending on who you're putting your service through, that came in less than a week. Right? Maybe even a day, maybe even instantly, depending on how your system is set up. Instead of me having to wait 2 to 3 months every time I want to get royalties. Once again, that doesn't make sense. All right, so now let's get to the core values of what exactly I'm trying to say. Lesson 1, ownership is power. I feel like the last time we had to sit down and talk like this, we did talk about these things, but I do want to reiterate it one more time for y'all, that if you own whatever you got going on, then you can do whatever you want with it. It's very easy for you yourself to now sit there and run your business and have everything how you want to have it, because you can do whatever. I can go and sell it to this person. I can then go and say, hey, boom, I want to give this sync license right here. And now I'm making however much passive income just from that song being placed in this movie or this TV show, which we're not even talking about right now. But I just want you to understand what comes with understanding your rights that you have when you own your stuff. And keep in mind, direct-to-consumer is not only the music itself. Direct-to-consumer is also when I can sell you a shirt, when I can sell you exclusives, when I can sell you this, when I can sell you that. Direct-to-consumer basically allows me to be able to run my business on more things than just the streaming side. You see what I'm saying? It allows me to monetize the things that I have going on so I can continue to do more and more and more and more with the stuff. You gotta understand that control you have is freedom. Lesson number 2, direct connection matters, right? So what do I mean by that? Direct to consumer is how I can build a relationship with me and my fans. It allows me to control exactly how I wanna push my art out into which audiences. It allows me to give it to people that actually want it, and it allows us to build as a community. You gotta understand that people feel it when you connect authentically and you're true to yourself when you're out here working in these streets. Lesson number 3, you have to value your work, right? When you sell directly, you set the value for your work. We've given up all our value of streaming. We've allowed them people to tell us that our streams are worth, once again, 0.003 to 0.008 cents on average per stream. And a stream can maybe only count when they listen to 30 seconds of the song? Come on now. When you set your value, you're teaching your audience that, hey, this art is worth something. This should mean something. And that's empowering. You got to think about it. It's a little bit different when you actually care about what you're trying to put out. It's a little bit different when you're actually having a meaning behind your songs, when the things that you're saying uplift the spirit or make you feel a certain emotion that you were trying to convey at that time. That's different than just going out there and saying, oh, I'm just gonna put out a song. Nah, when you're really trying to invest and cultivate your art and cultivate your passion and build this stuff, it's a lot that goes into it. And this is off topic, but one thing that I've learned, especially with me engineering now, at first it was a little bit harder for me to come up with my price. But then I realized as I was doing more and more work that you're not only paying me because of the service, you're paying me because I have the expertise to get you the result that you want. On top of that, the time that it takes to get there. You see what I'm saying? When you put a value to the things that you're doing, people will respect that if they see that same value. At the end of the day, going direct to consumer is not easy, but it is empowering. It's something all creatives should be doing if they want to make it in today's creative society. It's about ownership, it's about connection, and it's about the value that you place on your art. It's the way I want my music to reach my community when I drop something. I want y'all to be able to actually support me in ways that are more than just 0.003 of a cent. And it's not all about monetary value, but it just goes to show how little they care about us as creatives at this current point and the state that we put ourselves in as creatives. We talked about during this journey about how I'm building my own label and how I'm going to be setting my system up. We are going to be touching more on that. And in the upcoming months, I want to show you some of the great things we got going. But once again, thank you for tuning in. It's your man, Wide.